Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azmir Haikal bin Norazmi and I am from BA 114 5D, an investment analysis student from UiTM Dungun, Terengganu. And my matrix number is 2019247912 and my lecturer is Madam Atika. Now I will present to you about the case study that I will do in FIN382 with the title of Economy Analysis of the Performance of Developed Country. First thing first, I will measure the performance of economic development country by two indicators, which is gross domestic product is GDP and inflation rate of a country. Okay, for the first country is the United States of America. The US economy is among the world's richest and most diverse, with a highly efficient service industry, manufacture, and world-class research and development. The GDP for USA in 2018 is 2.9%. It shows an increasement from 2017 mainly due to the high investment contribution in the USA. For the year 2019, the GDP has decreased to 2.6%, which is partially offset by a minor negative contribution from the residual fixed investment import, which are deducted from GDP calculation, increased less consumer spending occurred and resulted in the lowest GDP in the new decade. Lastly, for the 2020 GDP rate is 1.9%. It showed a huge decreasement. This is mainly due to the global pandemic which took place worldwide. Many countries are solving the problem by locking down their country in many sectors. After that, the USA inflation rate in 2018
is 2.4%.
increased from 2017 was primarily because of the spike of the consumer spending in the country. Next, in the 2019 inflation rate is
2%.
And in 2020
0.71%.
is the slightly decrease of inflation rate because 2 years is because of COVID-19 outbreak that caused difficulty of the monitoring inflation throughout an outbreak among the financial bankers, while social isolation and lockdown mandates influence the purchase pattern. That's abrupt changes can cause inflation. After that, the next country is Japan. Japan is one of the world's largest and most advanced economy. It boasts a well-educated, hardworking force, and its huge affluent population makes it one of the world's most important consumer markets. From 1968 to 2010, Japan's economy was the world's second largest after the United States, until it was surpassed by China in 2010 by 9%. Next, for the GDP in Japan in 2018 is 0.8%. It's such as increasement from 2017 and the contributor for the GDP increasement in the sector of the agriculture, industry and service sector. Next, for the Japan GDP 2019 is 0.9%. It's a good sign for Japan as due to the increase in private consumption and business investment and progressively occur in the top Asian country. After that, in 2020, Japan GDP was enormously sloping down
to 0.4%.
mainly to the huge pandemic occurring during that time that stopped the economic activity in Japan. Second, we're going to talk about inflation rate in Japan. Japan is especially a special country when we talk about inflation because Japan economic powerhouse has managed to maintain control of its inflation, keeping it below 3% since 1992 until now. In 2018, Japan inflation rate was 1% and in 2019 is 0.5%. The inflation rate been decreased because of the nominal exchange rate of the yen has tended to rise and has generated a liquidity trap in economy of Japan. As we know, liquidity trap cause deflation. Next, reason for Japan slightly to deflation is caused by the supply shock from the developed country that cut the inflation rate of Japan. Some experts believe that supply shock from the developing economy are one of the causes of the Great Moderation. The Great Moderation can sum up as a multi-decade period with low inflation and positive economic growth. In 2020, the inflation rate of Japan has also decreased mainly due to the COVID-19 pandemic and stopped their economic activity for Japan. Next, in Canada, we go to the next country, Canada. Canada is a highly developed country. Canada economy is a mixture of transactions from raw material based economy to manufacture based economy, and now finally transitioning again to a service based economy. Next, for the Canada GDP rate is at 2.43% for 2018 as priced previous year, because Canada enjoyed the economic growth that year. There is an increasement in private consumption and business investment in that year. In 2019 to 2020 shows that huge decreasement from 1.9% to negative 5.4%, mainly to the COVID-19 pandemic caused by dramatic declining in the Canada economy that mainly stopped the economic activity, especially in oil and gas sector that gives a big revenue to Canada. Next, for the inflation rate for Canada is 2.26% in 2018. Is the highest among the 3 years, that mainly due to the higher export, household spending accelerated, and also oil and gas extraction strengthened. After that, 2019, the inflation turned up to 1.9%. As expected, the inflation will increase because of the oil price is improving. But the corona has started and economic downturn for Canada is started. Lastly,
In 2020,
the inflation rate for Canada shows a decreasement, which is 0.71%, because the cost of living is rising from the pandemic era due to the combination of rising consumer demand, global supply chain, and the challenge of commodity shortage and rising oil. For the conclusion, we can see all the world developed countries fluctuated on the end of 2019 to 2020 because of the huge disaster of COVID-19 pandemic that disrupted the world economic activity from running up smoothly. That's all for me. Thank you.